Yes! Thank you, sir. Do the vlog. This is the holy grail of free treats. Thank you, Rodrigo. I don't think there's much I love in life more than free samples. Except like my wife and Jesus and the kids. But free samples is up there.
Hi, we're Andy.
And Ruthy.
7 years ago, I was a waiter at a restaurant. We were close to $90,000 in debt.
Now, we run one of the top real estate teams in the country with over $100 million in annual sales.
Come journey with us as we share our epic adventures,
our business ups and downs,
and our mediocre parenting skills.
Letting the girls pick out their own clothes sounded like a good idea. 90 minutes later, epic fail.
Sunglasses from H&M. Sounded like a good idea? Epic fail. You got it. Great idea. Trimming up the beard. Well, you'll see later.
What happened to your mustache? You look weird right now.
Yeah?
It's gonna take a long time for your beard to grow back.
What are you doing? This is not even funny. Oh my gosh, you look like a creeper. Oh, okay.
You like?
No.
So,
Andy, I love it. It's a new you.
I made Parker cry, my 6-year-old.
That mustache though, looking good.
So I'm talking.
I think it looks like Victorian.
Step it back and
That is ugly. You're not ugly, but you could be like a 1890s shopkeeper, you know, like a general store owner. Does Ruthy know you did that? Yeah, that's great. It's like you belong in Super Troopers. Kind of guy that like on a Saturday cuts his grass and then stands back and goes. You know, you look like you order Shirley Temples.
Look like the guy on the Henry Weinhard's root beer bottle.
Yeah.
Emasculated Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
Yours looks good.
Yes!
Mustache, man.
We're in between Joe Dirt and the Trailer Park Brothers.
Yeah!
Oh, that is a great mustache, buddy. I love it.
You do look like a serial killer, like a Gary Ridgway kind of.
Epic fail. That's my buddy. And so, I'll deliver. So I got a chance to spend this past week with some of the brightest minds in real estate. Asked them a couple questions. One was, what was a great idea that was an epic fail? Let's check out what they said. Great idea, epic fail.
September of 2011, Ben Kinney was up on stage in Mega Camp talking about this amazing home race. And before he was even done speaking about it, I went out into the back and made the phone call to secure our spot in Houston to run the amazing home race there. Thought it was going to be an awesome event. Spent about $60,000 in marketing to get it all done, and I had no money to do this with. So we stopped paying our mortgage for those 6 months and got to the day of the event expecting 5,000 people to attend, and less than 200 people showed up and lost our butts. That was my epic failure.
If you're in this business long enough, all of us are going to have epic fails. I've been doing this for 42 years, so I have a lot of epic fails. One of our greatest joys, but one of our greatest challenges was when we first got into expansion. We were so excited about expanding, and we were in 27 cities in 6 months, and we were honored that a lot of people wanted to be our partners. And well, we quickly realized that we were delivering so much value, but we weren't in business with the right people, and those people were not delivering, so we were losing money by providing so much value. We stopped that business model, cut back to only 13 locations with the right people, poured deeper into them, now doing much better in those locations, and moving forward, we have a certain criteria for being our partner. So epic failure is we wanted to give everything because we thought people would be at our level, but we were in business with the wrong people, and we needed a big people that had a higher volume, had a bigger mindset, and could really capitalize on all the tools that we bring to the table. It was exciting, but it was a very humbling experience. And once again, from failures and mistakes is a great educator and a great teacher. So now we're moving forward and learning from those experiences.
2. So I was out to dinner with some friends this one night, and I was talking about I was having a hard time helping sign some expired listings. Now, for those of you who aren't real estate savvy, expired listings are people who try to sell their house on the open market, and then for some reason the house didn't sell. Either it was overpriced, or they had a buyer put an offer in and they walk away, or if the sellers got frustrated, or one thing led to another, they decided to not sell the house. But at some point in time, they raised their hand saying they wanted to sell. So I was talking about, how do I go about getting these people to hire me? And I had this creative idea that I was gonna use squatty potties to help sell their houses.
Squatty potty.
Squatty potties are those things you stand on so you can poop better. Yeah, see, a squatty potty, if you haven't seen it, you should Google it. It's a hilarious little commercial. It was made a couple years ago about moves made easy with squatty potties. And I thought, well, heck, that's the name of my game. As a real estate agent, I'm moves made easy. So I spent almost $3,000 to have 25 squatty potties professionally wrapped with my face emblazoned on it and the tagline, moves made easy. And then I made a commercial. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the commercial. How often have you been in a home thinking, gosh, I wish I had a uniquely shaped and oblong stepping stool? Ta-da! This month's closing gift, as a thank you, we wanna offer up a unique stepping stool. Moves made easy with Andy Taylor Homes. Do you know a seller out there that right now is just not getting their home sold? They're a little stuck, a little log jammed even. Moves made easy with Andy Taylor Homes. Do you have any loved ones or friends whose house is just sitting on the market? Maybe they're having a crappy time of getting it sold. Moves made easy with Andy Taylor Homes. I then mailed these squatty potties, door knocked the expired listings, and emailed them the squatty potty video thinking they were gonna hire me in droves. The total campaign cost me about $7,000. How many pieces of business did Daddy sell from it?
9?
9 is close. 9 sounds like what it really was, and none. I sold none. This was a great idea, epic fail. Great ideas, epic fails. Babes, you got any?
Totally. Let's start right from the beginning. Our honeymoon.
Yeah, that was one. Yep.
Yeah, we thought it'd be a great idea to sell everything that we owned and buy one-way tickets to Panama.
It was a great idea to sell everything we owned, buy one-way tickets to Panama.
Yeah, we traveled for 6 months and flew back home from Vietnam. The epic fail is that we did not discuss what roughing it looked like because...
First of all, we both agreed to rough it.
Yes, but my idea of roughing it was 3-star hotels. What was your idea of roughing it?
My honest to goodness idea of roughing it was paying $2 a night to stay at a hostel in a room with 8 other people, not really thinking about how that would go on a honeymoon.
Doesn't that sound romantic?
I really wanted to make sure we didn't plan the agenda. I wanted to show up in country day one in Panama and just explore and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It did not promote the most romantic start.
Epic fail.
Epic fail. 2013, I ran the Seattle Rock and Roll Half Marathon.
Yeah, seemed like a great idea.
The epic fail was that I did not train whatsoever.
Yeah, I think you were crying at mile 9.
First of all, it was the Seattle Rock and Roll Half Marathon, so there's bands every half mile. And yes, at mile 9, some cover band was playing Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah, and I did start to cry uncontrollably for the next 4 miles as I held my shirt out because I had chafy boobies and cried for 4 miles. But I ran it, and I'm proud to say I have not ran 100 yards since 2013.
Yeah.
I heard a couple good ones this past week. We were fortunate enough to be speakers at the Northern California Regional Mastermind.
Such a great meeting.
We got to share on events and a lot of stuff we do for our real estate business, but we also got to pick the brains of 2 of the best in the business.
Yeah, Lance Loken and Bob Lucido.
These 2 had some doozies. So for those of you that were having a hard time kind of playing along, what Lance Loken did is he did the basically he raffled off the down payment on a house. And so he thought he would get 500 to 5,000 people, as he said, that applied for this. Only 200 people did. So he gave away the down payment on his house. Within weeks, he was issued a notice of foreclosure on his own house. So he couldn't even make the mortgage payment on his own house, but that didn't stop him from going enormously huge on this marketing idea. Yet 6 years later, Lance Loken is one of the most respected, biggest real estate teams in our company. It just shows what great ideas, epic fails, they really only are truly fails if you quit. Bob Lucido, who I think was like 2 or 3 in the entire country.
amazing.
He shared, and he's very public about it, that he expanded to 27 different locations and then had to shut down the majority of them, you know? And these aren't wounds that these guys wear. They're kind of badges of honor that if you want to have a really big life, then your mistakes are going to be a little bit more public and they're going to look a little bit bigger. And I just wonder how many of your mistakes that were so minor and inconsequential and small that we were so afraid of being public that have kept you from truly epic adventures.
Did you get back up?
Did you shave the mustache? I'm keeping it. I suffer for my art. This is what I do.
Yeah, people, we cannot have this happen again.
So like, subscribe, and would it kill you to share? Come on now, help me get to over 200 subscribers.
See ya.